My name is Rebecca Mobley, and I have a question for you. Did you know more than 2.3 million couples get married every year in the United States? According to the Family Life Blended Organization, 85% of the United States' population will be married at least once within their lifetime. Today, I will guide you through the steps on how to plan your own wedding. If you're asking yourself, why should I listen to her? Well, let me tell you. I am married, and I have already gone through the wedding planning process. My previous experience enables me to share the insight that I've gained with all of you. First, we will discuss the beginning steps of planning, which is when you first announce your engagement. Then we will talk about the who's and what's of your wedding. And lastly, we will discuss the times and places of your planning process. All right, so the beginning steps of your planning process. First, announce your engagement. You can send out engagement cards in the mail. You can post it on social media and get as however many likes you feel. Or you can call close family and friends, or any combination of the three. Next, you should set a budget right when you learn that you're going to be getting married. Some people believe that a budget is the most important aspect of the wedding. Your budget can be very elaborate and go into great detail down to the dollar amount, or if you like, it could just be a rough estimate. It's your wedding. When I got married, my budget was the foundation for my wedding planning, because we're college students, we don't have a lot of money, so that was how I saw it when I got married, and hopefully you guys will do what you want when you get married. With our foundation in place, we can look at our next step, the who's and what's. Who to invite to your wedding? Well, you should first create a very detailed guest list of everyone that you want to attend, and if you're feeling extra productive, you could put their addresses next to their names, so when it's time to send out invites or thank yous, it'll be really easy for you. Once you have your guest list, you should choose your bridal party from the guests that you are inviting. Traditionally, there is a maid of honor and a best man, bridesmaids and groomsmen, a flower girl, and a ring bearer. But again, it is your wedding. You can do whatever you want with it. You could have no bridal party at all, or you could have 100 bridesmaids and 100 groomsmen. It's completely up to you. Once we know who we're going to invite, it's time to look at which vendors you would like to hire for each item and service. This part of the process can be somewhat overwhelming because there are so many to choose from. A few examples of vendors to hire would be a musician, a DJ or a live band, photography, videography, a florist, and transportation vendors. Also, this part is really difficult, so bear with me. You can taste food from various caterers and cake from various bakeries. Once you've made your decision on the who's and what's, you're ready for the final steps in your planning, the times and places. It is time to pick a date. Once you have a date in mind, send out save the dates about 7 months before you get married. And you'll send out invites about 7 weeks before. 6 to 8 weeks is the norm. And also, once you have a date, you need to choose when you would like your rehearsal dinner to be, which is usually 1 to 2 nights before the big day. Once you have your date, we can move on to a place. Where do you want your wedding to be? You can choose a venue for your ceremony and reception, or you could have them at separate locations. It's completely up to you. Finally, on our times and places is where to register your wedding. You and your fiance should register for anything and everything that you want. You're only getting married once, right? So, a few examples of places to register where I registered was Target, Crate and Barrel, and Amazon. Your options are limitless. In conclusion, there is no right or wrong order to complete all of these steps in, only guidelines that I've given you and that others will give you along the way. Remember, initially announce your engagement, set a foundation, or your budget. Know the who, what, time, place of your envisioned day, and it will be perfect. A lot of time and effort will be put into this day, and from my wedding, I can personally tell you that it will all be worth it. Now, I will give you your own checklist that you can take with you and use as your own resource to help you on your own big day. So thank you guys, and I hope you guys have a wonderful wedding.
Thank you.